Another level for me. And 4 points. Get that one up there. Get that one up there. And you're about as close as we're going to get right now. Go for it.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 6 objects before we try anything.
Are your 6 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
This sounds like it's going to get complicated very quickly. I got notes. Notes from the architect. A note from the architect of Lord Mortimer, to Lord Mortimer with information concerning the crypt door. Can't actually interact with it directly, though.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving. Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
And a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna have to write some stuff down. Notepad is starting to sound very important here, so I'm gonna try to write these down as we go. Alright, so the cross... Need a... cross... nails... The... exegesis of Judas. So cross is in the cave. Some nails is where it's in its place.
Nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
And a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
Alright, written stuff down.
Exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Medusa light. Oh, it's the room that has the 4 different statues I was rotating in episode 1, I believe. All right, so we got those ones set up. So you gotta write these down. And Gutenberg Bible.
There's one in the portrait gallery.
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see.
We had to use that for a whole puzzle. Dates and an armillary sphere.
There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
Get a smaller one, but we don't know where to get it. Great.
What do you mean by the concordance of dates exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
Okay, so we don't need dates.
One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6646.
She said 6646, but the subtitles say 6466. Dude, you gotta proofread this stuff. It's gonna get people so trapped. Alright, well, these are my only books left, so we're going with those ones. Cool. Alright. What does that sound? What does that sound? Oh, that's my objectives all popping up. Okay. Huh. She thinks they're all brainwashed by demons, which, I mean, not completely against that idea, because it definitely felt like somebody was brainwashed earlier. Look at the notes. Oh. There might be decent notes here regardless. Okay. Crap. Well, I thought I had to write them down, because, you know, everything. Gonna be made a little bit easier for me then. So she, what, she like reached in here, got her arm cut off? God damn.
What on earth is that? A disc with information engraved in the metal? An iris that should open, I imagine, and blood.
They're Roman numerals, Arab numbers, and town names.
Go on. I'm listening. What do you think?
Tell me, I imagine that once we've solved this enigma, the iris opens, right?
Exactly.
All the town names mentioned have something to do with Christ, haven't they? Golgotha, Bethlehem, Nazareth.
Exactly.
How many nails are needed again?
3.
One nail per type of information, I'm guessing.
In other words?
Well, a nail must be placed on each Roman numeral. One nail on an Arabic numeral, and one nail on a town.
Well done, Louis.
On each engraved piece of information, there's a hole. Those are for the nails, right?
That's absolutely right.
Frankly, not much.
It's not going to be easy. So start by fetching all the keys then.
Did you succeed in opening this iris?
Yes, by putting the cross on the console and the 3 nails on the disc, the iris opens. It gives access to a hole where I put my hand, thinking I could fully open the iris. There's a handle at the bottom, and as you can see, it didn't turn out very well for me.
Mother? The dried blood. There.
Yes, it's mine. Sorry if I stained everything, but I must admit that at the time my thoughts were more on the pain than cleaning up after myself.
God, it's morbid. Her arm is just clean off, and she's kind of powering through it at this point. Oh, is that some more?
Honey.
Hey, convenient.
Couldn't have hoped for better.
Just in time. Something I find a little bit confusing. She said that the guests are dropping like flies. So far, only one person has died, and that one person was maybe arguably not a guest, because it was Emma, the kind of the +1 of Emily, which contradicts her idea of everyone coming here alone, because Emma and Emily are a pair, and only the secondary person that wasn't the front-facing part of that pair died. But Peru has not died, and Adams has not died as far as I know. She ran away. So she's like, not one person has asked to leave the island. As far as I know, Elizabeth Adams did leave the island. Or I have no reason to think otherwise, because she hasn't shown up again, and she is not confirmed dead. So her account of this whole situation kind of was inaccurate due to that stuff.
Let's see if I can work it out myself. It looks like a kind of control panel.
Looks like certain mechanisms I've seen before. I wouldn't be surprised if I had to put the Claim of the Third Cross in it. There's a cross-shaped slot there. I'd say you've got to place a Claim of the Third Cross in it.
It's really funny when you just get the same answer. I was kind of hoping he'd have more input than just the same thing twice.
Tell me, Mother, you wouldn't know anything that might save me some time, would you?
That's where you'll have to put the Clement III cross. You insert the cross into the slot, and it will open the iris. You ought to go, Louis. If someone finds us here, the situation might well become seriously complicated.
Well, that was both a waste of time and a waste of my points. All that just added up to being told what I already knew, which is that that's where the cross goes. Collector coins, got a few of those. Was it there one? That's also a coin?
Devil's Thorn.
How many coins are there in this room?
Famous cross of Clement III. Perfect.
Oh, there we go.
Key found.
Links. Profiler. Use of questioning skill costs 1 effort point less. You think you identified the true Emily Hillsborough. It's still not entirely clear if I did or not. Links. Found the cross. 1 point of vigilance. Some of these things are building up. There's definitely more blue ones than before. Why are there so many collector coins here specifically? Is it because they want to add X number of coins per episode, but this episode has just been me exploring places I've been before until this moment? And so they had to jam all of them into one zone? Maybe. We have the cross. I need the exegesis, the nails, the Bible. The Bible is in... The Bible's in the tower room. The nails are behind the nightmare. The sphere, exegesis. So exegesis is well, between the exegesis and the Bible, one of them's in the nightmare and one of them's behind the Gorgon. Oranon. Is this where the body was? I'm trying to remember. Did I see a body when I first found her? Key with an occult air symbol. Oh. I could have sworn I found a body and then she was standing over it. I think it was just one of the servants, though. So, an unknown person. It's hard to look at those servants without thinking of, specifically the sexy brutale A game that was full of servants like that. Just a mansion full of strange masked men that all look the same. The fact that it showed up in both games over the span of only a year or so makes me think that there must be some source material, like some movie or something that had that idea that they're both drawing from. Porcelain masks on servants where you can't identify any of them, and they're basically the same person repeating over and over again from your perspective. This should be the Gorgon right here, right?
Right. Let's see if the statues are in place yet.
I don't have to resolve the statues, do I?
That statue is not positioned correctly.
Crap. Do I have to resolve the puzzle from episode 1? That's a bit obnoxious. Alright, so you have a sword. Lantern. Shield. Are you just supposed to turn towards the shield?
That statue is not positioned correctly.
Okay, cool. I just had to rotate the Medusa.
Open sesame.
There we go.
So that's the exegesis of Judas. I hope Mortimer doesn't read it very often, otherwise he's going to notice that someone's stolen it. But that's just too bad. I need it.
Okay, 2 down, 3 to go. What other ones are on this floor, I wonder?
Right. I've got what I need. Now let's not waste any more time.
Is the room I just came from the portrait room? I think it is. I think I may have seen the sphere before. That's not it, is it?
Right. It's definitely an armillary sphere, but I have to find one that I can take with me. Otherwise, I risk drawing too much attention to my comings and goings. Now, where can I find a smaller one?
Is there a smaller one in this room? I don't know. An armillary sphere. It could be in any of like the lab type places, but I wouldn't expect it to be behind the nightmare because that's where I have to go for another objective, and it'd be kind of redundant to put them together. Is there one around here? It's an image that does not stand out to me because I'm very familiar with its shape, and I've seen it in other stuff enough that I don't really, because it's not something that's unique to the game. I don't immediately recall the idea of like, oh man, that's that thing. I know where that is. Let's go upstairs. The staircase over here takes me outside. I can use that to go find the nails and the Bible, which I know how to get to. And I'll just keep an eye out while I'm going around to see if I can find the sphere. Can I go into the conclave? I can. Maybe it's in here then. At first when it said dates, I thought it meant I needed to get a fruit. I had to remember that, oh right, that she's trying to reconcile the dates with each other via a document. I'm full up on Carmelite water, huh? Well, this has not been overly helpful. Ooh, the small salon though, maybe. That way? Yeah. That's a cluttered room full of nonsense. I could see there being a sphere in there. Just kind of hanging out. I honestly might have to check every single room in the entire house. Hello, Napoleon. Are you brainwashed?
Not too shocked.
I beg your pardon?
About Peru this morning. I asked you if you weren't too shocked by it all.
collected yourself? Not too shook up?
The only thing that matters to me about that stupid man Peru is the disastrous situation in which it put us for the conference vote. I wonder why Mortimer even allowed him to roam around the manor armed. He was a veritable public danger.
Indeed. You don't seem to be too affected. Tell me. I was wondering. You wouldn't know where to find an armillary sphere, would you?
Do you really think this is the right time? Oh, ask Volner. I am sure he will know. What with him being passionate about astronomy, you ought to get on fine together. Leave me now. I need to think of a solution.
I won't keep you any longer. See you later, monsieur.
Oh, you just disappear? It's hard not to feel the cut corners at times when the game fades to black. First things like having somebody turn around or leave a room. The fade to black when he turned around was the stranger one. I was like, what's happening? Oh, it's Godoy.
Ah, Doriche. Congratulations for your efforts with Washington. I see that Sir Gregory did well to trust you. What can I do for you?
I'm dreaming. My mother was right. He's not going to tell me one word about what happened to Emily.
To tell you the truth, I'm in search of an armillary sphere. You wouldn't know where I can find it, would you?
Well, well. So you do have a passion for astronomy. Von Vollner has already bored me quite enough with all of his endless stories. You ought to concentrate, Louis. Politics is an art that requires all one's attention. Refrain from spreading yourself too thin and leave stargazing to the poets.
What can I say? I'm only...
Ask Vollner. I am sure he must have it among his effects.
Perfect.
Thank you, my Lord Duke.
Leave me now.
See you later.
Seems we may not get much dialogue out of these people. Just kind of a point in the right direction on the quest. Everything should be upstairs then. Any update on Emily? Is she alive? Or what?
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. T.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
Didn't have a chance to explore this room before because of the whole chaos murder scenario.
Amber crystals.
Ooh, that's a big one. We've been spiking up that hit point, not to add the effort meter too.
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess.
How many rulers are there named George? We've had at least 3 presidents.
Grammar of Port-Royal. Ah, the artistry of the French language in all its splendor. Whoever masters French commands the world. At least une partie of it.
That's one way to be very full of yourself.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam.
I guess I already looked at that one, didn't I? Well, there's the right balcony. So I can't open up her... I can't, like, lockpick her safe. Not safe. Other thing. Also, Volner was knocked out on the floor. Is that going to be coming up? Okay, I guess he's okay now? What the hell? Oh, that's Peru's room. Where's Volner's room anyway? That's Peru, that's Bonaparte. Washington, Adams, Volner. Alright. Next to the tower room. And tower's where I need to go also, so that's convenient. You're really gonna tell me that for those 5 seconds I had access to Peru's room, but now I don't? Our room should be right here, and the Bible should be the same one I used when I was solving the main puzzle of last episode.
Louis, glad you're here.
Blasted. He's gonna talk about my mother.
Come and see what I've found.
That was terrifying. Which bad thing is happening right now? Oh, disconcerted.
There are pieces of paper in the ashes of the chimney. Someone's been burning something here.
Incredible. He doesn't seem to want to speak to me about what happened between my mother and the Hillsborough sisters.
Show me a little.
Look, it's possible to distinguish 2 different writing styles.
The rest of the correspondence between my mother and Emma.
Someone tried to burn an exchange of messages. I'm certain. There must be more.
Shit. What on earth is he doing?
If you want my opinion, a servant must have burnt some old papers. That's
Oops.
all.
Why, of course. You very nearly made me think that you were trying to hide something, Louis. No, I'm sure there must be other hidden messages.
He won't let go. He's going to work his way back to the Bible if he continues.
That wasn't good. Do I need to stop him before he decides to take the Bible? It's so dark in here. It wasn't this dark last time, was it? I guess it's nighttime. Huh. I don't know why they find it so strange that no one's talking about the interaction between, no one's talking about the interaction between Emily and Sarah, but nobody knew that Sarah and I were in there. We escaped through the back door and there was no witnesses. No one ever saw Sarah there, so why would anyone be talking about Emily and Sarah? They'd be talking about Emma's death, but that's not what Louis keeps saying. He keeps saying the other thing, which doesn't sound right. Yeah, that one doesn't really matter.
Hey, look, there.
No, I don't see anything.
Come, Louis, look. Someone's clearly drawn a 4 in the dust. I have a clue.
I better take the Bible before he works his way back to it.
They've made Washington so strangely funny in these games. He's always seems so like slow and like behind everything.
The Bible's still there.
There we go. We have it. Stashed it away before he found it. He's in the middle of solving last episode's puzzle, and so he's gonna need the Bible to do that, which I've now taken. He can go find his own copy or something. So at this point I assumed that Sarah's right, because our character is so happy to accept the idea of her being right, that it seems like that's one of those moments where just the script itself is just confirming to you that indeed the hypothesis is correct. Waldo. 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 I don't remember what he's actually saying, but it just sounds like Waldo. Waldo.
Right. This time, it'll be a lot quicker.
It will be.
If I remember rightly, the code was 1191.
There we go. I get to see if the URL is still there or not. I wonder if they patched it.
Of course.
Weird to hear him exclaim things that we know are gonna happen. Like, did he just go, "Of course," in response to the fact that the door closed behind us? Because of course it was going to. That's what it does. They did. They did replace it. Oh, I wonder if they saw my video or if somebody else mentioned it somewhere. Cause yeah, they had a chemical of symbols, table of symbols thing that was just straight up like not accurate, and now this is here. Cause the previous one was like a massive anachronism, both in that it had the modern table of the modern alchemical table, which was impossible, or chemistry table, I mean, just made to look like it was old-timey. And in addition to that, it had a URL on it, and that's not true now. Handwritten notes by Lord Mortimer. Is that adding to that one collection? Yep, Alexander Mortimer. Yep, if I get the last piece of either of these, I get a major bonus to my character, but those are hard to get. I don't think I need to reread there's a lot of documents around here, but I don't think they're new.
There. Those are the nails I was looking for. I noticed they were old and rusty, but I hadn't noticed these traces of... Could that be blood? Is it really the relic of the Holy Cross? I can hardly believe it.
Are we just like, we could use any old nails, but let's use these ones specifically. They're tarnished.